Welcome back to Midco Sports tonight, joined now by the head coach of North Dakota Hockey, Brad Berry. And Brad, fresh off a long trip up to Anchorage, Alaska. How's the jet lag treating you right now?
Well, right now, not so good, but I think over the next day or two, we'll get back to what we do here. And, it was a great trip going up there, and obviously it's a long way, but, the guys had a pretty good time.
Yeah, great experience for this team to get to go and get the regular season underway in a unique location. And this is Alaska, the Anchorage team that always plays well at home, a big physical team. Was it a little eye-opening for some of your guys just to see the level of competition at the college hockey level?
Yeah, I believe so. We prepped our guys early last week, and we said, we played them 32 times up there, and we're 17, 14, and 1, and that's a pretty even record up there. So again, making sure that we knew what we're going into, and we guys did a pretty good job of adapting. Bigger ice surface, older team, a lot of travel. They did a pretty good job. I thought we played the right way for 2 games and got 3 of the 4 points.
Yeah, let's go to Friday night's game 1. You get a lead in the second period through a goal from Johnny Simonson. Great team passing to set that up. Could have been more. A really good goaltending play from Olivia Mantha on their side. How much of it was just the fact that the finishing was either just a little bit off or their goaltender playing out of their mind to keep it a 1-goal game?
Well, we believe it was both. I think the first thing that their goaltender through both games played very well. Friday night, he made some key saves early. But we didn't execute. We had a lot of open nets. I think Shane Gersich had a couple, and a few other of our players had some open nets that we didn't execute on. And that's one thing. When the puck's on your tape, we talked about it. You have to bear down, and you can control what you can control. You can't control the way their goaltender played, which played very well for 2 games. But the execution had to get sharper. It did Saturday night. But Mantha did a good job. Our goaltender played very well for 2 nights, too.
Yeah, Friday became a 1-1 draw. You get the Pagansky shootout goal, which kind of just something fun sort of at the end of the game. But you go to Saturday now, and you talked about trying to have just that finishing, and you saw it in the second period, a couple of great goals from a couple of guys scoring their first in a UND uniform.
Yeah, no, it was great to see. Some guys have some success offensively. Matt Kirstead getting his first, Casey Johnson getting his first, Colin Adams getting his first. Kind of nice to see the new guys get a little bit of offensive opportunity and success there. But, going back on Saturday, we had that early power play. We had a 5-minute power play, and we got some good looks on it. Mantha made a terrific save on the back door in Janatuina, and we had a couple other good looks there. You get 1 or 2 there, then you're rolling. But, it was kind of the same start as Friday night. So the guys stuck with it.
Yeah, it felt like that was sort of the underlying storyline throughout the weekend. Again, dominating in shots on goal, a lot like we saw last season, able to control the possession of the puck, but just not able to get that extended advantage to really put the game away.
Yeah, exactly. And again, the biggest thing was you want to get out to a good start, have a good start, get a goal or 2. We didn't do that. It didn't fluctuate, or our game didn't fluctuate as far as how we played. We stayed with the process, and the guys believed in themselves, and they overcame a little bit of adversity there.
Yeah, Anchorage gets a late goal in the second period to make it 2-1. They get the equalizing goal in the third, so you go to overtime for the second straight night. Was there a little message on the bench going into OT in Game 2 as opposed to Game 1?
Yeah, you know what, absolutely. I think on Friday night they scored a late one with about 1.5 minutes left or so, and it kind of gave us a little bit of a shock. So when we went into overtime, it was, man, get our feet underneath us, let's get going. The message was on Saturday, you know what, let's get after this. Let's win this thing in overtime. Let's not wait around here. And the guys made some good plays. Cole Smith made a great play to get it to Casey Johnson for that goal. And again, I liked our attack mentality going into the overtime on Saturday.
Yeah, big goal from Casey, just 1:21 into that overtime period to get the 3-2 overtime victory. Yeah. Nice to come back home now after, again, an undefeated weekend. Obviously, it's a tie in an overtime win, maybe not the exact results you were looking for, but still a good way to get off this season on the right foot.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime that you can go on the road and, whatever the competition is, getting 3 of the 4, winning a tie, we'll take that. 2 years ago, we went out to the icebreaker. We did the same thing, got a win and a tie there. So we came home. We left a point on the table. That's fine. We'll come back here and let's dial into St. Lawrence.
Yeah, a chance now to get back home to the Ralph. You take on St. Lawrence this weekend, the first of 4 straight games here at home. Team that's picked in the middle of the pack in the ECAC. Just talk about now the importance to keep this momentum going as you get to play a couple of regular season games that matter in front of your home crowd.
Yeah, very important. Anytime you go on the road, you can go play your game in a visiting environment. Now that you're at home, sometimes you feel that you have to put a extra effort or extra show on for the fans, and again, we do. That's what we do here. But I think everybody's got to realize what role they're in and stay within that role, and don't try to do too much. Just kind of play how we play individually and collectively as a team. A lot of things going into this weekend. We have Parents Weekend. All the parents are coming in, and they're going to see their sons for the first time on home ice here for the start of the year. The other thing is it's a 30-year reunion of the 1987 championship team. We're bringing back Eddie Belfour, Tony Herkus, Bob Joyce, the likes of those players coming in here, of a lot of influential players of the past. So we're really looking forward to that weekend.
Yeah, no reason not to miss these games. Again, 7:30 on Friday here at the Ralph, 7 o'clock on Saturday against St. Lawrence. Brad, thanks so much for the time as always. Best of luck this weekend.
Thanks, Alex.
Brad Berry, UND Hockey. Kelly, back to you.
All right, thanks, Alex. Coming up after the break, our Monday special, it's Athlete Tweets. And later, a head-to-head battle between Jason Andera and Alex Heinert. He's everywhere today. Stay right here.
Midco Sports Tonight, presented by Avera Orthopedics.